Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel if you're new around here. My name is Nicole and it is a stormy, rainy day out there. If you've never experienced spring in the Midwest, man, you're in for a treat. The first thing you need to know is layers. Wear layers because hello, it's going to be winter in the morning, spring by mid-morning noon, summer by afternoon, and in the evening you'll be back to fall. Also, if you don't like the weather, stick around 30 minutes. Finally, the last thing to know is you're going to have spring on this day, winter on this day, with a chance of snow on this day, sunny and hot on this day, back to cold. Anyway, that's off topic. Let's talk about banana pudding. That's why you're here. Okay, so you're doing the keto diet. Maybe you're not, and if you're not, I got you covered too. Because my daughter, she's 10. She doesn't need to lose weight like that. Here's what I can tell you. You want banana pudding, but you're doing the keto diet. Can't do bananas. Why? Because a medium banana is roughly about 26 grams of carbohydrates. And carbohydrates, as we know, are sugars, and they are not what we want when it comes to the keto diet. But I got you covered. Now, we're gonna probably have to call this one dirty keto because all your keto people out there who are diehard keto people, they're gonna yell at me and tell me I'm doing it wrong. But it works for me. Your diehard keto people are gonna tell you big fat no. There are ways around it, even if you are a diehard keto person, but this is our take on how to get banana pudding while doing keto or sticking at least to a low carb lifestyle. Here's where some of your controversy is going to come in. We are going to use sugar-free banana pudding. It has 5 grams of carbs per quarter serving. So there's 4 servings, that looks like 20 carbs, but you're not going to be eating all 20 of those carbs. We're going to replace the milk with heavy cream. It will make your pudding a little thicker. Go ahead and pour in your pudding mix, stir it up for 2 minutes, and then set it in the refrigerator for 5. Alexa, stop timer. Alexa, set 5-minute timer.
5 minutes, starting now.
While your pudding sits in the refrigerator to set up, now's the time to prep all the other ingredients. We're going to use these high-key vanilla wafers because if you know, banana pudding has vanilla wafers. One bag gives you, the entire bag gives you 2 grams of carbs. Now, how are we going to do this banana? Well, I got you because I wanted banana in my banana pudding. So if I take this medium banana and cut it in half, I gave the other half to my daughter, and then cut these down into little bitty slivers, that half a banana, you still get that banana taste. You still get some banana, but it is such a small amount of carbs that you get from eating that in my book, that's okay. And in fact, the next day, I actually had lost just a little bit of weight. Again, to each their own, no judgment for me. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to pour my pudding mix into, I believe this is an 8x8 dish or else it's a 9x9 dish. This is where I made a mistake, and if I could go back and redo this video, which I can, and I probably should have, I would. And what I would have done is just put half the pudding in, put my bananas down, and then put the second half of banana pudding in. That way the bananas are covered so they don't brown as fast. Now, what I did was I put my pudding down and then, scrape the spatula and lick my finger. But don't worry, I'm washing my hands. So as you can see, what I did was I laid my bananas down on top of the pudding. Then I went in with my wafers. Like I said, 1 bag of the wafers is 2 grams of carbs. That's the entire bag. So we cut this thing into 9 pieces. But if you ate the whole thing based off the wafers, no big deal. That's when I had the realization that I should have covered up my bananas. So I went in and I just kind of pushed them into the banana pudding and then went ahead and covered them up with a little bit of pudding, and it worked just fine. Again, I would have probably done half bananas and then half if I'd have thought about it beforehand. I did buy my wafers at Walmart, but it's not a local Walmart. It was in Ardmore, Oklahoma. They had them in stock. Otherwise, you can find them on Amazon or you can order them through Walmart and they will be delivered. Since I happened to be in Ardmore and saw that they had them, I bought every bag they had. Also, because of that, I was being a smidge stingy and didn't want to use 2 bags on this. So they are spread out, but you could always use 2 bags and then you have 4 grams of carbs from the wafers. Now put this in the refrigerator and let it sit for a couple hours, and let's make regular banana pudding. Now obviously you can make banana pudding from scratch. This day I did not do that. I used the instant pudding in a box. I also did not have any milk because my husband and I are off of milk, but my daughter isn't, but still. So I just went ahead and used the heavy cream with hers as well. My dad and my daughter, neither one, are doing keto, therefore. So she wanted to help. What you do is you add your pudding mix to 2 cups of heavy cream or milk, and then you go ahead and set it in the refrigerator for 5 minutes. While that's going, go ahead and peel and cut up your banana. This was a whole banana because they love banana also. And we cut it on the bias just to kind of make bigger pieces, but they are full-sized pieces. And there's my lunch because, you know, it needed to be in the video apparently. That's keto toast with keto peanut butter. And for those out there who don't like that, well, sometimes peanut butter isn't keto. I learned from the first batch that we made, let's do half and then put the banana down. So that's what I had her do. We put half of the pudding into, I can't remember if this is an 8x8 or a 9x9 dish, but either way, a square pan. Then we went ahead and we lined it with banana. Because they got the full banana, there were a lot more banana pieces in their banana pudding, but this keeps it from browning. Then you go ahead and you put the second half of the banana pudding on, dot it around. It makes it easier to spread over the bananas without moving the bananas around. And then you're ready for the next part. I mentioned that banana pudding usually has vanilla wafers, but we didn't have any vanilla wafers, so we're using shortbread cookies here. I think in the future, if you ever had to do the shortbread cookies, my suggestion would be to put them on the bottom so that the pudding will help soften them. But otherwise, they were a great addition in place of the wafers that we did not have. Then go ahead and put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours. I do not know the total breakdown of carbs in the keto banana pudding, but I can tell you it was amazing and it satisfied that hunger for banana pudding. For all the true keto followers out there, this probably is not the way to go. And I've actually done a little research on how to do that as well. My mom is a true keto follower, but she even had a little bit of this. We cut it down into 9 servings. So, you know, the pudding had basically 20 carbs, then you divide that by 9. The wafers had 2 divided by 9. And then, of course, the banana. So you take the banana, roughly 26, divide it by 2, which is 13, and then divide that by 9. So it's a little over 1 carb per that serving. You're not getting a whole lot. And since we're going into summer and people love banana pudding in the summer, that's probably the best time to do it. Just if you have to and you really have that hankering, go ahead and account for that in your carb numbers and you should be fine. Or leave the bananas out and that'll help you as well. So I hope you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye!